Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vincent Kemalai, but you can call me Bean. I'm from the Mini.Moon group. Today I'm going to talk about what we have learned from our last session lecture under the topic of sale. From the last session, we have learned about three most important skills from the lecture under the topic of sales. First, we have learned about the ability to empathize with customer. The idea is you have to make the customer feel connected and show them how much you care. Your other important responsibility is to know how to close the sales effectively. The second thing we have learned is the ability to uncover challenge and discover prospects' pain points. The common problem seller has is they do not know how to guide, and instead of asking the question they do not know, they talk too much. The problem they have in common when mentioned about losing sales is they do not know how to diagnose the problem. So, sellers have to learn to diagnose the problem that caused them to lose their sales. As a good seller, you should help your customers to reach their gaps and motivate them to buy your products because it's a seller's duty to help them understand. Moreover, knowing what customers want will help you to close the sale easier. The third main point from the lecture is the ability to handle objection. The sellers need to know what are they going to sell and should be proactive and play the role as defender. In fact, it is mentioned that preempting is proactive and handling is reactive. From the lecture video, the speaker suggests not to use a script as he wants the seller to be flexible to any situation. Well, we did not only learn about sales from the lecture, but we also have learned about history of sales from the reading. According to the definition given by the reading, sales mean the exchange of a commodity for money or the action of selling something. It discusses further on how the story of sales in modern relationship interaction has changed. Start from 1702 to 1820 is known as the role specialization, which starts by Benjamin Franklin, who ran an insurance company. From the 1849 to 1924 is the generation snake oil salesman and IBM. In this part, it mentions about the increased number of competitors that will benefit the sales force competition. By that period of time, Thomas J. Watson SR founded International Business Machines Company, which known as IBM. Moreover, in 1925 to 1936 is known as the E.K. Strong published her The Psychology of Selling book. The book includes question type, objection handling, and features benefit. Then there is Dale Carnegie, who published How to Win Friends and Influence People books. It talks about strong move the sales industry along in multiple ways. The sales profession concept from his best-selling book is AIDCA, which A represents attention, I represents interest, D represents desire, C represents conviction, A represents action. By 1988, the spin selling focused on the idea that customers will only make a purchase and make them realize and need the products in real life. In 2011, Alan Loss made major contributions to the sales industry. The problem happened at that time was the overspend for new lead of account executives and closers, but the problem was then fixed by the sales development lab known as SDR. The SDR focused on lead generation, closing, account management, together work for their one specialized role. In 2015, the automation tools helped to make selling easier with the tools and move the expanding. In conclusion, sales is very important position in a business. Knowing how to close the sales will help sellers to achieve their goal, which is the attention of their customers. In addition, it is important for sellers to see how the relationship in business and sales history have done until nowadays to help them to improve their skill as well as to success the business.